Labour rights, with the budget debate providing an opportunity for people on that side to speak, and with the general elections being constitutionally due by September of this year. The budget debate, as we anticipated, and because some people see what the polls are saying, they are going to be coming out with their promises, promising this, that, and every what's it not.
Welcome back to the Steady Show. Thanks for liking and subscribing. You saw going in at the Jamaica versus England debate. Mark Golden and Julian, we don't know so them renounce yet, So as far as we're concerned, this debate here are between Jamaica and England. So far we know say Julian is no match for Favour. And Mark Golden come out and him basically give it the 2.0 with Wag along with Julian. So we are waiting for Dr. Andrew Holness to talk on the 20th and obliterate Mark Golden for good. But for now, him say a bag of things, and we're going to talk about some of those things. We're going to hit the like button and share the video with people who need the thing for breakdown easy and smooth for them. Remember Marcus Garvey, our first national hero. He taught us to respect ourselves and to practice self-reliance. The last thing Garvey would want to see is the Jamaican people choosing to vote for the descendant of the colonizers in the parliament, disrespecting the prime minister, disrespecting the Jamaican people, not having the respect for the people to even renounce his UK citizenship, having entered the parliament illegally out here, blocking all manner of progress. Daring hypocrite to come talk about, teach us about Marcus Garvey. What daring hypocrite to come tell about civics education when a PNP they take it out of school in the first place. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about some of his talking points right now. According to Mark Golden, the government is trying to hide its failures behind macroeconomic statistics. So with unemployment below 4%, Mark Golden is still trying to discredit the government for its efforts in reducing unemployment in the country. Somebody said, kiss me teeth, like PNP did uplift anybody but them own people with tin mackerel and rice every Thursday down a Porsche constituency office off Spanish Town Road. After 18 and a half years, Jamaica was 10 times worse under the PNP leadership and administration. And to that, I would add, what are your tangible plans to get people the kind of employment that you deem gainful employment, providing livable wages to the people of Jamaica? We never hear nothing about that. Since the pressure take Mark Golden now, see my try now for match what the government have to say about the $2 million income tax threshold. Him whap it back now with this plan to improve housing for low-income owners. And low-income owners, they deserve an opportunity. But the way Golden seems to want to go about it, it raises questions. Because we want to know, how will all of this be financed? And what category of people are you talking about? And how can people realistically access any kind of housing through the NHT without providing some kind of proof of income? Is this another run with it PNP scheme? A lot of people believe that's what it is. So this your point here, it really not sell. This is just a means of countering what the government is already doing through the housing program and making things easier for people. Furthermore, people are saved in terms of income tax and tax credit and all manner of measures to keep money in a people's pocket. These are ways in which people can save towards a home, just like how Favour was saying the other day about saving towards a car. The JUTC argument, a straight copycat business. And people realize what going on already. Somebody talk about the fact, say, subsidy involves money. Where are you getting the money to finance all these things? What are you going to do? Are you going to increase taxation? Also, Why you try to use the government idea? The government already extend the service in a lot of rural areas. We even see what Daryl Vaz them do over there as it relates to school bus. You cannot get credit for that, Mark Golden. One day before the budget presentation, they went ahead and them filed lawsuit to strike down the legislation to make Portmore a 15 parish and made a lot of claims, and we saw what happened between him and Juliet right there. So Mark Golden mischaracterizing what's happening over there, but that legal, that is not for us to determine. Let us see the outcome on this situation. In true campaign fashion, Golden would make Bob Marley and Miss Lou national heroes, and hey, we wouldn't argue with that if that becomes the case. Are those priority items for the Jamaica people? So in the presentation well longer than Spur Tree Hill, him throwing Miss Lou them, him throwing the cannabis argument, him throwing the maroon argument, him throwing an argument for just about every and anything you can imagine. Just like what Cliff Hughes them say, he made very strong points as it relates to the constitutional reform and the final court. One of the things that absolutely frightened most of us is the fact that Golden come and talk about ethics, values, and attitudes, crediting the Portia Simpson Miller administration for great things that happened with the Jamaican economy. At least the man did smart enough to recognize the 30% crime reduction in the country and, of course, come an outline plan to further reduce crime, as if the PNP ever been helpful as it relates to crime reduction. We saw them in the newspaper, them a fight down everything, state of emergencies, criticizing the security forces. Of course, we know saying like for pitch down like drunk up and dead meat anytime him see anything great along with Jamaica. One full scholarship per family for a university degree, where Crawford talked about it the other day, you know. You know one of the things we want Golden for do? Tell we how am I gonna get enough of them young people here for go to school, and tell we how am I gonna get enough of them for go into the workforce. Because one of the challenges that we are dealing with today, which we don't hear my talk nothing about, is the whole heap of young people them out there who no want to work thanks to PNP culture. We are pre everything what them I say, and we know a lot of it now makes sense. For example, heart out there, enough people can go out there, go get a solid education through heart. But when you see PNP, I encourage them. But them I come tell we about scholarship for university degree. You know, somebody sent me something the other day, I'm going to share it. Because all these measures where the PNP is trying to fund this, that, and the third, it is very much in keeping what they have always done to funnel money through the PNP, to transfer money out of the hands of taxpayers to private citizens. Basically, this person is saying, you should have all a fun thing here with the PNP I talk about. Watch it, you know, because this is how them drain out the NIR and bankrupt the country, you know. So, the person said, listen, what we need to talk about is the number of fund the PNP is proposing. Recently, I heard PJ talk about road maintenance fund. Renta Dread is talking about education fund. Dayton Campbell spoke about agricultural fund. Last week, Julian Robinson spoke about TikTok fund. There is something sinister about this, and I agree. He went on to say when money goes into the various funds instead of the consolidated fund, the Minister of Finance no longer has direct supervision or control over them. The admins for the various funds exercise control and discretion over them, and any disbursement of such funds, such as give to their friends, poor people, people in need, all manner of foolishness. That is why the NHT was able to bail out many. We must let everyone know that the various funds proposed by the PMP are just ways of thieving public money in plain sight, allegedly. We cannot take the risk. We also heard Marky British talking about drawing down on the NIR for so-called social intervention, because Mark want to make sure, say, him push Jamaica back. I feel that that is his biggest agenda. We have to watch what we are doing, people. Vote JLP. This is basically giving away money. giving away money to buy votes and to stay in power, because that's all PNP do. More often than not, to the very undeserving, while hardworking people continue to work. That's why you see enough of them so excited for a PNP win. And the labor rights must ensure that that does not happen. Him say people who have social media presence, please don't waste this kind of information. Use it. Him say, yeah man, just watch out for some of these things that's going on as it relates to these people. So him say, the education fund will buy out teachers and tertiary students with grants and scholarships. On see what go on? Them now gonna make it look like is the government a fund them. When you check it out still, PNP really con enough people and make them feel like there was not enough money to fix Jamaica. Yet, look how long them did in a government and do nothing for Jamaica. And when you make the comparison with the JLP, now you know that the PNP keep using up taxpayers' money for themselves and for the party. That's the reason why Jamaica suffers so much under PNP. We cannot go back to them days, the family. The agricultural fund will be used to buy out the rural people them. The drawdown from the NIR for social spending will be used to fund PNP enforcers, thus further garrisonizing inner city communities. The TikTok fund will be used to ensure that PNP controls the social media space. And since PNP already have the backing of RJR Gleaner, the JLP won't be able to get in a word even sideways. So JLP, we have to work harder. Him said the so-called road maintenance fund would be used to buy loyalty of people by patching a few potholes and giving work to the unskilled people in various areas. We hear about the pay bill thing already. We saw from Siaga's days how they used to issue contracts to people and pay way more on contracts than the work is really worth. Do we want to get back there, Jamaica people? I am sure we don't. You go into the comments and let me know if you agree or disagree. Golden not done yet. Golden throw out the net again, and Golden say him a go cut teacher attrition rates. And how him plan for do this, yeah? Debt reductions on motor vehicle concessions at levels that increase their years of service. He also says future People's National Party administration will ensure teachers benefit from enhanced access to National Housing Trust loans, all manner of things. We're seeing a situation here so where the old PNP agenda is alive and well. And the voters have to be smart this time around because them a go hard. And if you're not careful, they're going to catch you. Because you see, we outline the promises, we're going to talk about the fact that the PNP has never had the credibility. And the PNP, they have always been the pipeline party who make the bag of promises them, but they don't fulfill them. He did a whole marathon, about 3.5 hours, talking promises left, right, and center. But is it credible? Absolutely not. Mark Golden is the man who, him and his friend Peter, benefited the most from the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich in the 90s, and him still can't talk about that yet. So Mark Golden, as usual, piecing him speech, him conveniently leave out the part that make the PNP look bad, and he truly knows how to weave a story. So when you hear him come talk about, oh, what tangled web we weave, just remember, say, you already weave for your web in the 90s, and no matter where you come and say, we will never forget what Uno do to the indigenous people and the black people and the people who were building up themselves in Jamaica, and Uno decide say Uno going to destroy them. 44,000 businesses went down during FinSac, and you and your friend Peter Bunting on a Tapanaris friend them Uno benefited the most from that. Uno try to do the same thing again in this Jamaican economy, but be assured that the people are wiser this time around, and we will ensure that you will never see Jamaica House. Family, go in the comments and let me know what you think right now. I know that there is much more that we have to cover as it relates to this topic, but go in the comments and let me know what you think right now. Until then, this is a steady saying, like, share, and subscribe.
You talk about poor governance. The challenges that we face today, MP Denise Daly, we would not have been facing them had your government do what they were supposed to do. MP Daly, we are committed. We are so committed, and the Jamaican people have said, your time come and gone.
We are gonna flop, them a mimic. Anything we say we are gonna do, then we did it. To the country we always give it. Better leader by far, when they sing it, when we say Andrew own this and win it. Andrew own this and win it.
Me didn't have to be a Labourite. Me didn't have to be a Labourite. Look here, then me could have never be a Labourite. Jesus Christ, man, God would have seen me. God would have seen me.
Put your head beside the bell. PNP, me now vote because Andrew is the best in Jamaica.